we're taking the models and we're taking the 2D trackers that we always used in the construction industry, and we're merging the two to create a visual indicator of where we're actually at with our tracking of construction elements. So we recognize by taking the tools which the project teams use already, i.e. Excel spreadsheet, and over the top of that, not trying to re-educate them, making them use completely new tools, because there's a lot going on these days. Rather than that, we custom build a visualizing tool that sits over the top of these trackers that allows for us to take huge amounts of data and then link them into the model. Then, for instance, I've got steel as an example on the screen behind me. Now, even a job like this, it's quite people say it's a manageable piece of steel. But even in here, there's probably about, 500 different pieces of steel. So you can imagine trying to track 500 different pieces of steel. You realistically, if you know steel, you have to basically track each individual member, because some members might need to have a coating, some members might not have. Some members, if you have an approval on one member type, you can actually manufacture all 100 of the same member. However, you might not need those 100 members on site right away. So it's important for us to be able to then call up specific batches of members just in time, and or get a bunch of different members from a different type of assemblies together and get them coded at the same time to make sure they come onto site at the same time. And as they go through the process, you can see on the screen here, this is steel, but nevertheless it goes through a steps. You can see issue for construction, issue for approval, fabrication, coding, installation. Nevertheless, we want to track that journey for life to make sure that at no given stage during the journey it doesn't fall down. And we reckon initially we were trying to get the construction teams to solely navigate and administer the tracking via our 3D tool. And it failed, quite honestly, because we're asking the construction teams to maintain data in 2 locations, which now we're actually creating more work for you, which then wasn't helpful. So what we found by listening to the trades and to our contractors and to our project staff was that if we could consolidate everyone to work in a single source of truth, and again, there's the database, the Excel spreadsheet, which effectively is a database, and build the tracker on the basis of the database rather than trying to take and add another step into the workflow. Since we've done that, it's been hugely successful. We now got all the project teams asking us to actually, can you please activate this on our projects? So the digital engineering team is really trying to keep up with the demand now, where before it would seem like a bit of a ball and chain. We were attaching to the project teams, where now it seems to be a value add, which is good. So it's an extremely powerful tool, and it's going to be a game changer.